Back again. Coming at you from chooseyourrelationships.com. Author of which can be found on Amazon.com. Don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. Change your life. It will change your life. And you know what? The stuff that I talk about in video, I almost never talk about in my books. Like almost never. Stuff that I talk about on videos, on my blogs, I never talk about it that's in my books. There's a reason for that. Yeah, I'm following the elections. Yeah. Looks like the Republicans are in the lead. Last I checked. Yep. You been busy, Apple Mac? Busy doing what? What you busy doing, man? Uh-oh. Whenever I hear people say I've been busy, I'm like, oh, busy doing what? Huge fan of your content, brother. Keep up the good work. Dre. Shout out to Dre. Dealing with bullshit. Oh, I hate it, man. Good evening. What's bonjour, madam? Yeah, okay. Yeah, share this video. Like this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. You know? So who voted? Everybody voted? You voted in your town? You voted in your city? You voted? I want to hear who voted. I'm not against voting, but I know the politics when it comes to voting. I know I understand how these politicians operate. I understand how politics operate too. So I'm not against the voting. I'm not going to tell people don't vote, but you know, I'm going to tell people, you know, the person that you the person that gets elected is probably not going to do anything for us. That's what I'm going to say. You know, just look at the evidence over the past 40 years. I haven't seen any. You know, the crazy thing is, man, I haven't seen anything change in 30 years. I'm serious. I haven't seen nothing change, nothing new in 30 years. And I'm in my 40s. I haven't seen anything new, man. I'm telling. When I tell people that, they kind of look at me like, really? No. Nothing has changed in 30 years. The only thing that's changed, if anything, is people are just used to getting screwed over more and more often. That's about it. But I haven't seen anything new that blew my mind. No. Yep. Not at all, really. You know, there's some stuff that I was taught growing up as a kid. I forgot about it. Every once in a while, some of my family members or my friends have to refresh my memory. Then I'll be like, yeah, my mom did say that. Yeah, my dad did say that. Yeah, my grandmother did say that. Because it's been so long. Because I learned so much so fast at a younger age. Some of the stuff I forgot. Really? At storm roof damage, dealing with contractors. Also manage a rental and dealing with damage people. Storm room damage. There was a storm in Texas. What kind of storm came through there? I got a good topic. You may want to tackle our email. Yeah, email it to me. What kind of storm came through there? Where you live at? In Texas? I don't get no storm in Texas, man. It hail? Oh, yeah, it will get hail. Yeah, that's true. Texas do get hail. And they get them windstorms. It doesn't happen often, but they do get them. So yeah, you're right about that. Arizona's like that too. West Texas raining? Yeah, it do rain. It do rain, but not very often, from what I've been told. Yeah. See, a lot of people think Arizona don't. They think Arizona and West Texas stay sunny year round. No, they get them hailstorms and and it rain out there. But boy, when it's hot, it's hot. Woo, man. Whoo-wee. You can't take the heat. Don't go there. You know? I'm telling you, man. Shit, man. Telling you. Cracked the skylight in the house. It didn't rain for like 4 months. Didn't rain and hail for like 2 weeks straight. Yeah, man. I'm telling you. You know? Texas, baby. Hey, how far you live from Dallas? That's probably a long way from West Texas. I'm just guessing. How far is that? A couple hours? About 4.5 hour drive. Okay. That's not that bad. I can handle that. I can handle 4 hours. Anything over 6, can't do it. Been traveling through the Midwest. The rain is real. Yeah, I've never traveled through the Midwest, but I feel you. I never drove anyway. I fly. It's too far, man. I can't take it, bro. I can't stand no damn car that long, man. That shit hard on my legs. You know, I'm not as young as I look. Hey, man. If you can handle 6, that means you can visit Mississippi. Yeah, Mississippi's not that far from here. That's what I was told. But I'm not going there anyway. What the hell I'm doing going to Mississippi? It's not safe out there for us. What up, Ryan? Ryan in the house. It's been a long time, Ryan. What's up with that girl, Ryan? What's up with that girl? What up? What's the topic? You see the title. The title is the woman the prize? Is the woman really the prize? What you think about that, Ryan? Are the women the prize in a relationship or what? Huh? I was talking to a woman in the bar a couple of nights ago. She was in the bar talking that smack. Woman this, the woman that. I'm like, man. So I just let her talk. So I don't know this woman. I know her from a can of paint. So she just talking, the woman this, he should be happy to be with a woman like me and all this and that. I was eating last time we talked about it. Yeah, he was doing something like that. I'll be California tomorrow. You went from Pennsylvania to New Mexico. Woo! And then California tomorrow? Man, you getting it on the highway. Yeah, so I was talking to this woman, so I asked her, I said, hey, why do you think women are the prize? Or why do you, as better yet, I said, why do you think your man should be happy to be with a woman like you? She couldn't really come up with an answer, really. Everything was all based on emotion. How old was she? She was in her 30s. Every relationship is different. You got to set the tone. If you treat her like a celebrity, she will treat you like a fan. You got that right, Ryan. You know what, Ryan? You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Ryan. Coming from you, boy, that makes sense. Coming from you, that means a lot, Ryan. You're absolutely right. And Ryan said, this is what Ryan said. Every relationship is different. You got to set the tone. If you treat her like a celebrity, she will treat you like a fan. You're absolutely right, Ryan. I'm telling you. Ooh, I couldn't have said it any better. I didn't eat the prostitute. I ate a cooch. He ate the cooch, Apple Mac. I was supposed to take her word for it. Yeah, I know, right? You didn't lay it into her ass. Nah, I didn't. I didn't know this woman. So I didn't feel the need, or I didn't think it would be appropriate to really let her have it. So I was like, oh, what else? Then so I wanted to talk about this. I talked about this in a previous video. This is like over a year ago, probably 2 years ago. See, in society, the only reason they put women on a pedestal is so they can sell their products. These big corporations, they got to sell their products and services. That's the only reason women are on the pedestal here in America. That's it. It ain't got nothing to do with how they feel. It ain't got nothing to do with being respectable to women. It ain't got nothing to do with none of that. It's all about the money. It's all about profit. The bottom line at the end of the day. Now, let's say you don't believe what I just said. Let's say you say, oh, you're a liar, right? Well, whenever you hear somebody say blonde hair and blue eyes is the standard of beauty, what that means? And this worldwide. Worldwide. They keep saying it over and over in the media. Any media. You can go to anywhere, any country. Every country I've been to, same thing. I keep hearing that phrase, blonde hair and blue eyes, standard of beauty, over and over and over and over and over again. And they keep saying it over and over. And what that does is sticks in the people's minds. Then they come out with magazines. And they come out with billboards. So, as human beings, what we see is very important. What we see in front of us for long periods of time, that's what we want. It is what it is. So when you go to your job, it is programming. Like programming at a level where it's like the average man and woman don't even understand. It's mind programming, advanced master's level. even if you fight the programming, even if you know what's going on, you still want what you see all the time. I know what's going on. And it's certain women are attractive to me, but I don't want to be with them. That's mind manipulation, bro. If you know what's going on and you kind of like fighting it, you know, it's kind of like I don't want to be in that position. I don't want to be in that environment because if I know if I get around these certain types of women, I know it's going down. That's why they always say there's always temptation. That's what temptation comes from. You know, it's all in the mind. Cosmic warrior in the house. I'm 28 and a man age group. Down spiral worshiping. I used to be people are normally being blonde hair and blue eyes. Ain't got shit on the big booty. Kiki from the projects. Well, that's your opinion, Ryan. And I'm not in disagreement with that. But you don't see those types. You don't see Kiki on television. You don't see Kiki in the magazine. You don't see Kiki on the front cover of books. You don't see Kiki in commercials on television during the Super Bowl. You don't see Kiki. Kiki's in the back. And if you really think about it, if you look at society, when it comes to guys are just tools in this society. We're like commodity. Yeah, Kiki in the back. Exactly. We're like commodities in this society. This is why I always say, if any woman wants to be a part of my life, it's going to be my game, my life, my show. I made a decision a long time ago. I'm not playing by nobody else's rules. I'm done with that. That doesn't work. And if you really look at it, let's talk politics now. Let's talk politics. Most women benefit by being with guys. She don't necessarily got to be married to the guy. But most women benefit by being with guys. It is what it is. Everything that a woman has, she had to go through a guy to get it, directly or indirectly. It is what it is. Yeah. I'm not knocking women. I mean, they don't make the rules. They don't. Guys make the rules in this society. Guys make this whole system that we live in go around. So if that's the case, who's really the prize? Because if the women are the prize, and if the guys control the resources, well, something ain't right. This ain't adding up. I'm just saying. I'm look. All guys, all guys are different. But as a collective, all are different. But as a collective, women are not on the front lines of anything. Last I checked, and I don't know about you, but I have aunts. My parents, my grandparents passed away. But my aunts are not getting on the front lines. Not on my watch. My aunts, if I'm over at their house, and if let's say it's let's say it's after midnight, and someone knocked to the door, they're not going to answer the door if I'm over there. And they're not going to take the trash out. I'm just saying. Now, some people will say, you're being chauvinistic. Oh, I'll take that all day. I'll take that all day. Now, there's some women are great at doing whatever they're doing. Just like some men are great at doing whatever they're doing. But hey, we're not equal. By no means necessary. There's a reason why you don't see women on the front lines in the military. Now, people have told me women are on the front line, but I ain't ever seen it. They said they was on the front line or gonna be on the front line. I ain't ever seen it, and I never heard nobody talk about it. My nephew's in the Army. I ain't heard him talk about women being on the front line. There's a reason for that. So who's really the prize? I mean, everything points to the guys in society, in this society, and all societies that I've ever been in. Everything points to the guys. I'm just saying. We're not equal. We're not. We're never going to be equal. That's never gonna happen. Unless you live some alternative lifestyle, something like that. Okay, knock yourself out. But as long as I'm living, I'm not going along with that crap. Heck with that. I mean, look, there's some stuff I'm just not going to go along with in this society. Any society. Regardless of where I end up, I'm not going nowhere. I'm not going to say that. I might go somewhere else. I might get like a dual citizenship or something like that one day. I'm thinking about it. That's still up for debate. But regardless of where I lay my head at, there's some stuff I'm just not going to go along with. I'll find another way. I always find another way. You know, I've been forced to do that a lot in my life. I'll find another way. I'll find another way. I don't care what it is. I don't care. And the reason why I can say that because of my skill set. That's why. And the people I know. And I understand human nature. See, that's the thing that a lot of people don't get. Nothing really changed for me until I understood how people work. Yeah, it is a mental trick. You're right about that. But a lot of guys get caught up in certain situations and they can't turn back. I met a lot of guys that's in position where it's like they've been doing the same thing for so long. They're in too deep. Now they can't turn back. They feel stuck. Oh, that's a good point, Apple Mac. He said, the guy at the top, the powers that be give women rights as a way to put other men in check for them so they won't have to be bothered with you trying to raise up to them. That's a good point. You're 100% right on that. That's the trick. Somebody got to do the dirty work. The people at the top, they're not doing no dirty work. They use their money and push policies. That's what they call, that's how money talk. That's a good point, Apple Mac. The top men gave me 2 movement power women to keep calm and check. Yeah, they'll exploit women. They'll exploit women in any way known to man. And I said this a long time ago. These other groups of guys, they don't have no respect for their woman. That's another thing that's like a myth out here. That's being kind of told, where it's like all these other guys have so much respect for their woman, and us black men, we don't. Man, that's a bunch of crap, man. It ain't nobody I've ever seen that respect women like us. I never seen it. You can quote me on that. I've never met any other group of guys in my life that respect women like we do. These other groups of guys, man, they use these women like rag dolls. They put her on the pole if they have to, man. They don't care. They don't care about these women like that. They're not loyal. Well, these women, they're not loyal to them either. Make them crash test dummies, nonetheless. Yeah, man, these other guys, they don't respect women like that, man. I've been all over the world, man. Man, these dudes are reckless. These other guys are reckless, man. Not all of them, but the majority of them. Majority of them, they're not gonna show what they really think about women, because a lot of these guys are married, so they kind of play the game or whatever. And then you got the single guys, and even some married guys. They have women on the side, and the single guys. Look at how these guys act in public around a lot of these women. They say whatever. Sometimes do whatever. You tap the girl on the ass, all kind of craziness, man. In public. And I don't see a lot, I don't see a lot of us doing that in public. I mean, get these other guys saying anything to these women, man. Come on, man. So they don't look at their women like she's a prize. When I was in the Navy, man, a lot of stuff that other groups of guys used to hear me say, they thought I was crazy. They're like, hey, why are you talking to her like that? I had a guy actually ask me that one time. Why are you talking to women like that? He's like, I don't talk to them. I just come out and tell them what I want. I had a guy actually said this. I'm gonna hate fans the right to vote because they gave the right to vote for their own white mama. So what does that tell you? Exactly. If women were the prize, women really just getting out of the house, really. I mean, really. I mean, when I was growing up, women didn't have a lot of opportunities to have these jobs that they got now. Now, some of y'all probably too young to know this. Y'all weren't born back, what, like 30 years ago. The jobs that you see a lot of women have now, they didn't have them jobs back then in the 70s and 80s. A lot of jobs started really opening up in the 90s for women, like late 90s, I want to say. That's when the job market really started to explode for women. And early 2000s is when I started hearing women are starting companies now. They vice president of this company, and then you started saying, hearing this more. It was more women millionaires now, like 2007. It's a lot of millionaires now. That's women now, and that's when the internet came up, like really started exploding too. And then you got billionaires that are women now, all over the world. 30 years ago, man, I wasn't like that. If you heard of a woman, if you found that a woman was a billionaire 30 years ago, that stuff, that wealth was passed down. Yeah, because you got to think about it. In the 60s, 70s, 30s, 40s, man, most people didn't have money back then. The only way you had money back then, that was passed down. That was passed down, bro. Unless your family was affiliated with the mob or something like that, or it was passed down, that's it. But if you started something like a company in the 30s and 40s, there was a good chance you was going to get it taken from you. So somebody's gonna take it, or somebody's gonna take you out. That's the time that my grandfather and my father grew up in that time. Back in the day, man, it was like this. It was mob culture. Well, it's kind of still like that today. It was about who you rolling with, who got your back. If nobody got your back, and if you can't defend yourself, they jacking what you got. Especially if you had a restaurant on this corner and a bunch of people were going to your restaurant, and let's say your restaurant is down the street and his restaurant empty, and he find out that you got a bunch of people in your restaurant, they jacking your restaurant, or they gonna take you out. That's how that was. And they'll take pictures and everything. That's how that was, man. So, see, today it ain't changed too much. It's like this. If you can't defend yourself and you doing something that somebody don't think you should be doing, or you in a certain location where somebody feel like you shouldn't be there and you can't defend yourself, there's a good chance you're going to get attacked. Well, this is why they attack kids in this country. This is why old people get attacked, because they can't defend themselves. So that mentality, that came from back then. So the mentality is still the same. It doesn't change. So a lot of this stuff is being passed down from generation to generation. And then you got the media, the magazine, radio, TV, internet. Hey, man, this is brainwashing. The brainwash is real out here, man. There was a couple women that played football for a while. I don't think that worked out. A couple of them played football in college, but I don't think that didn't start to be a trend. Yeah, man. So, hey, man, nothing has really changed, man. Really. Everything is just, it's been camouflage. That's what it is. See, this is why you have to, whenever you're looking at something, you got to look below the surface. There's something else that 9 times out of 10, you're probably not seeing or you're missing. And the kung fu movies, they used to call it actually Bruce Lee. He said they call shadow boxing. Yeah, that's what we call that. That's what they call shadow boxing, man. When something appears to be a certain type of way, but that ain't really how it is. Shadow boxing. The surface is always wrong. Yeah, the surface stuff on the surface is always wrong. You're right about that. But a lot of people don't realize that, though, man. See, in this society, really all Western cultures or any place where it's dominated by the Western way of thinking, could be a colony, could be a country, nation, etc. Almost everything that you like about a woman is being used against you to take advantage of you. Everything you like about a woman is being used against you. Think about that, man, for a second. You know how crazy that sounds? Everything about a woman that you like, that's attractive, is being used to take advantage of you now. It's messed up, man. Everything. So you see a woman on Instagram and you DM her a message. She might send back, she might not. And 9 times out of 10, she's not who she is anyway. She's not who she present herself to be on Instagram. So if she sends back, y'all going back and forth. Then you manage to get on the phone with her. And then you realize that she just prostituting herself. That's all she doing. That's what I'm talking. That's a good example of what I'm talking about. So you see her nice body. Most of the time, that ain't real. Her face, most of the time, that ain't real. If you see these women at hotels all the time, you can probably guess why they're there. If you see a woman, 1 week she in Dubai, 1 week she's in Singapore, 1 week she's in Australia, 1 week she's in Toronto, I'm like, that's a bunch of traveling in a short period of time. And then if you ask her what she do for a living, let's say you DM her, she ain't gonna reply back. Because you already know what she do for a living. Dubai, Dubai is a nice place, man. But it is what it is. If you separate the man from the woman, the kids from the parents, what? Yeah, it's all about power, control. That's what it's all about. You can't. A lot of people try to negotiate with people. You can't negotiate with your enemy. Come on, man. You crazy? She's a traveling saleswoman. All right. Yeah, man. I'm not knocking it by any means, Apple Mac. I'm not knocking it. I'm just telling it what it is. That's all I'm saying. Let them do what they do. I'm not knocking it at all. But a lot of guys get caught off guard because they think the woman is something that she ain't. He'll meet up. A lot of these guys actually meet these women in person. They'll date these women for months at a time. then after a couple, as time go by, he'd be like, wait a minute. You got a bunch of guys. Dubai getting shit on by the Arabs. Well, hey, that's their culture in Dubai. That's how they handle their women. So who am I to judge how they should handle their women in Dubai? I'm not saying it's right or wrong. That's how they handle their women. That's all I got to say about that. You'll hook me up with some of your friends. Man, I haven't had a hookup in a long time, man. I haven't had a hookup in a long time. I tried to. There's a reason for that, though. Some of these guys have bad judgments, man. They'd be like, yo, she's fly, yo. She look good. I'm like, really? Really? Then you meet her, I'll be like, come on, man. What kind of hooked up this is, man? You don't know. I have to slam it. Yeah, these other guys are rough with women. It's been like that before we were born, man. This is what I'm talking about. Look, these other guys, they don't respect their women like that. What up, Jack? Supposed to look with your heart, not your eyes. And women don't even do that. That's funny. I like that one. Women, I don't know. Women they don't look with nothing. It's all about how they feel all the time. You think black women gonna act right when the recession comes? Well, did they act right? I think things gonna stay the same, bro. I think you're gonna have. Look, you have to there's always gonna be a certain group of women within every group that's gonna rebel, and it's really on the guy. See, every woman have different relationships with almost every guy. So that's just what it is. You might have a woman that will talk crazy to one guy, call him names, all kind of stuff. But she ain't gonna do that to the next guy because she know that other guy, he might knock her head off. That's just an example. She knows she can't get away with it, so she ain't gonna talk crazy to the other guy. Oh, Jack, I already talked about that already. I already talked about it already, Jack. These other dudes, they deal with their women very differently, the way we do. Like, really. That's the biggest thing that I learned when I was in the Navy. Yeah, I'm like, and when I hear people say in the media saying, oh, wow, we disrespect black women. No, that's not, totally disagree with that. I mean, I don't like to compare, but if we do a comparison, us, black men, we respect women way better than these other groups. Hands down. I mean, it's no comparison. It's an unfair comparison. To be honest, I think some of us, some black women around us, we give them respect sometimes they don't even deserve. But even still that, it don't compare to these other dudes. Man, when I first went to Japan in the Navy, man, I seen a Japanese guy slap the taste out of a Japanese girl. I'm like, yo, I ain't never seen that before in my life. I ain't never seen nothing like that before. I'm 20, 21 at the time. I'm like kind of shocked. I'm like, holy moly. Well, it's a little rough over here with these women, eh? They don't play around, man. The average, see, that's the average guy. They keep them women in check. The average guy in America ain't like that. When it comes to us, no. Number one, most of us know if we put our hands on a woman, she gonna call the police. He'll call the police. That's the first thing we thinking. So since you talked about it, how does it compare to black women? I'm gonna go get me one of them Taliban chicks. They already trained like all I gotta buy are a few black sheets and shit. So how do the police factor in? Well, the police, that's more of a fear thing, a fear tactic. Because if you might have a woman that's being disrespectful, and it's probably been lingering on for months, probably years. And at some point, everybody has a breaking point. Everybody has a breaking point. And if the guy feels good about himself, he's a confident guy. He's at some point, if he don't get away from that woman, something's gonna happen. It is what it is. Now, if he's a submissive guy, no problem. He'll take all the abuse. But, there's no man that feels good about himself, that's confident about himself, is going to tolerate abuse for long periods of time without some type of pushback. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen. Later, Apple Mac. That's what it is. A submissive guy, he'll put up with that abuse forever because he have low self-esteem. Or he just been beaten down and reduced mentally. He's been overwhelmed with the toxic and bad behavior. And he feels like a lot of people in that situation feel like they can't do any better. So they got to put up with it. But a guy that feels good about himself, he know he's better. He has confidence in himself. He's going to plan to get away. That's what happened. But you know what the funny thing is? That's not the majority of guys, though. Majority of guys, it's a small percentage of guys that's going to plan to get away, plan to move. Because a man that's have high self-esteem, he's gonna stand up for himself at some point. At some point. And it's not gonna end well. So in his mind, he know that, look, I gotta get away from her because I can't keep going back and forth with the chit chat. And no, even me, I'm not the type. I'm not gonna go back and forth with anybody. You say one thing, I say one thing. We're getting the name calling. I'm not doing all that. I'm gonna say what I gotta say, and I'm gonna cut it off, and that's it. Because I'm just not built like that. I'm just not built like that. If we can't sit down like men and have a conversation and come to some resolution, or we can just agree to disagree, and move on, and that's fine. But how people go back and forth, women go back and forth with guys, they arguing. I'm not built for that. And all the nagging, I'm not built for that. I can't do that. I can't do it. Never have. So it's either fight or flight. So I said, hey, you gonna do that? No, I ain't gonna do it. All right, I'm out. I might not be able to leave then, but I'll plan to get away. And I had to do that once in my life. So hey, man, that's what it is. That's been an experience with women in your family. Damn. You'll sit and pretend that they never done you wrong and then do underhand shit and say that you're disrespectful being out there. Oh yeah, Jack, I know what you mean. Those are the types that are passive aggressive. They'll do stuff behind your back, and as soon as you stand up for yourself, they'll act like you're doing something wrong. You're out of line. Yeah, I know what you mean. Those are the passive aggressive types. The best thing to do is spend less time with those types, even if it's a family member. If you know how, if they're your family, you already know how they roll. So just take them for who they are, and spend less time around them. I have family members like that too. I have first cousins, and just I have first cousins that's just like that. My uncle's kids are like that. So that's how to handle that. Now, if it's outside of your family, like a friend, just cut them off. Cut them off, man. So yeah, hit the like button. Share this video. Check out my website, chooseyourrelationships.com. I got rid of them quick. I figured that the radical help in my time need was never coming. Yeah, you gotta cut those people out of your life, man. It's just a waste of time. Cause see, people are either pushing you forward or holding you back. What's my opinion on Maslow hierarchy of needs? Could you do a video on that? Yeah, a lot of that stuff makes sense. Cosmic Warrior. Yeah, a lot of that stuff makes sense. I don't agree with all of it. I might do a video on that. I mean, there's some needs. There's some stuff in society that we do need to survive, just as humans. It is what it is. We need food, water, and shelter at the core. You don't need it every day, but you need it at some point. So a lot of that stuff, it makes sense. But most of the stuff you see today in this society, the way we've been socialized, it's just some stuff that they added in. Like dating, for example. Like dating. Like dating. What? Dating is really a new concept. It really is. And if you don't believe it, ask your grandparents if they still living. If your grandparents is 70 plus or more years of age, there wasn't no dating going on back then in the 30s, 40s, and 50s and 60s. Nobody dated nobody. No, it was like this. Hey, I want you to be my woman. And I want to meet your dad. That's how it was. It wasn't no let's go to a restaurant. What? In the South? You going in what restaurant? If you live in a city, okay. Maybe they did go to a restaurant in the city. But in the South, or maybe if you're on the West Coast, yeah. Up north, like New York wasn't the way it is today. But there were spots they could go to restaurants and stuff like that. Boston, New York. But there wasn't a lot of dating going on if you lived in the South. No. How you gonna get there? They didn't have a lot of cars back then. They had horses, man. So there wasn't no dating going on back then. So all the point of me saying all this, a lot of this stuff is made up. It's made up stuff. That's all it is, man. It's just made up stuff. A couple guys sat down at the table and, hey, we're going to start a business from scratch. Or we're going to take these concepts over here from this guy that we jacked, and we're going to put our own little spin, our own little version of what it is. Holidays, products, even high heels. There weren't no high heels, no stilettos back then. These people make up stuff. Just make up stuff. If you look at these old pictures, guys were wearing high heels. Uh-oh. What that tell you? Look at some of these old pictures of these generals and these founding fathers. They wearing high heels in their pictures. So what that tell you about them? Oh man. Yeah, what about the concubine era? I need some history on that era. I heard a lot of women around, and I see even more so before Prince. Dude didn't wear boots. Oh, it's way Prince. Let me tell you, Prince didn't make up nothing. Prince didn't make up nothing. He just took what he saw from back in the day and put his own little spin on it. That's all he did. Prince was a smart dude. Yeah, you're right, Jack. Has to be. It's more of a mentality thing. I'm up here and you're down there. You know, it's a weird. It's a weird trick. I don't know. you know. But yeah, it's a lot of stuff that you see women wearing today. Guys were wearing it back in the day. Yeah, that's how. Back in the day, guys weren't really into women. Well, they're still not into women like that. But they really wasn't into women back in the day. And little boys more than anything. Why do you think a lot of these religious people do what they do? You think it's like that's by accident? And none of them go to jail. Man, you can't even make this stuff up, man. Why not wear taller boots? I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a good question. Yeah, man. So, hey. You just can't believe everything you hear. You can't believe everything you see, man. You got to do your own research out here, man. Don't fall for the okie doke. That's what I would say, man. Never take things at face value. Never, ever. And always keep in mind, everything you like about a woman is being used against you in some form or fashion. Just keep that in mind, man. I'm telling you. Sad but true. So until next time, man, like, subscribe, check out my Patreon. Check out my Patreon. Patreon.com/Sharp Game. And yep, all of that Cosmic Warrior, all that being used against us. These two sets of education, the real education, and one empowers you. Yeah, the education in schools is not going to help us, not going to help you do very much of anything. If you go to college, like Ivy League college, the best thing about Ivy League colleges is the networks. That's it. But as these schools, high schools, elementary schools, it's not going to empower anybody. The only thing that's going to empower you is outside of these institutions. It is what it is. So, hey, until next time, I'm out. Peace.